Sorry. Let's get a little close up. 2-6 is looking fully back. So for those disrespecting the man, I'm gonna need some apologies ASAP. No, but let's get back to the real topic that I'm talking about today. So, accountability, something that eventually leads to the other two things that people struggle with the most, which is consistency and discipline. Now, with accountability, I'm not just saying get to the gym every day. I'm not saying eat right every day. Accountability is getting up every morning and saying your thanks. Basically, waking up and just being thankful for another day. Starting off immediately with a little bit of gratitude so that the rest of your day you are feeling a little bit more gracious, but you're also looking at things through the better lens versus just waking up and going to this little shit device and immediately taking in the opinions of others and false news and just opinionated articles to target you and pictures that you continuously, I can speak English, that can continuously compare yourself to a unrealistic image. Yeah. Which way sounds better? You waking up actually saying, I'm thankful for myself, I love myself, appreciate myself. And if you are religious or if you are spiritual at all, you say, me personally, I say all praise to the Most High, thanks be to God. Every single morning after I say, I'm thankful for myself, I love myself, and I appreciate myself. Thankful for you another day. All praise to the Most High. You start off with that basic bit of accountability, just holding on to that thank you every morning before you even take the feet off the bed. Now, after that, obviously, is the next step. Bathroom duties, but make sure your ass is brushing your teeth. Make sure your ass is washing your mouth out. Make sure that you are giving yourself a little bit of a splash to wake up. And on top of that, don't forget to look in the mirror and just stare for at least a minute or two in appreciation of you actually making this commitment towards bettering yourself. Holding yourself accountable is one of the most deepest forms of self-love that you will ever create. And the more accountable you hold yourself is easily the more consistent you stay. The more consistent you stay, the more discipline you develop. The more discipline you developed, the more results will show. Repeat that cycle for every single thing, for every single goal, for every single obstacle that you have down your path. And it's an impossible way to fail because even if you do get set back, it's another opportunity for you to then either learn, readjust, recalibrate, and then reattack, or it's something for you to just go a different route. Like you don't have to reattack the same route over and over and over again because maybe it's just not your fucking route. Maybe you just gotta go someplace else that you're actually not the easiest route, but somewhere where yes, you're going to be challenged, but it's also going to be a little more rewarding for yourself because it's your route. It's where you're meant to be. There's that fine line now between accountability, discipline, and consistency versus the backhanding yourself, the punching yourself in the face, the holding yourself to a astronomical standard that will never be able to be reached. That's one of the fastest ways for you to set back. For example, you looking to get a six pack in 4 weeks while you have a body fat percentage of 35% and you have no ab genetics in your family and you eat a poor man's diet, meaning all the greasy food, all the fatty food, and all the sweetie shit is all that you're eating. And you're expected to see a six pack in 4 weeks. Unrealistic. You never want to set unrealistic expectations for you, both physically, but also mentally as well. Meaning that if you're somebody who is feeling depressed, you are not somebody who is then to be on top of your ass. Why the fuck you still being in bed? Why the fuck are you still doing this? Why the fuck? To an extent, yeah. but you also got to start loving yourself a little bit more and being patient with yourself, being gentle with yourself with certain things. Obviously, there's going to be different times that you're going to need to be harder. There's going to be times where you're going to actually need to suck it up and get the fuck going. However, though, there are plenty of other times though where you are going to need to take that knee, catch your breath, take a few steps, and then start running again. And that's okay. If there's a day where if you're struggling mentally and the most that you can do, literally the most that you can fucking do is just get into the shower, eat, and get into bed. All right, guys. So real quick, we're going to take a break and talk a little bit about the sponsor of today's channel. Talk a little bit about the boys that are on my shirt here that I happen to do some work alongside, and that's with Cannabolics. It's also partially where I've been. So sorry for taking such a long hiatus, but it's been a very busy summer. But Cannabolics. Cannabolics focuses on enhancing the performance of the human body. This is achieved by developing a unique line of products created specifically to help athletes maintain their balance throughout their body and mind. This allows them to recover, recharge, and stay a step ahead of the competition. They also provide plenty of education and information from cannabis to biohacks to keep their athletes at the top of their game. They have an assortment of products from hemp oil, body butter, soothing freeze gels, essential oils, CBD, CBN drops, and so much more. Especially for all those here in the legal states, you can get yourself a 1,000 milligram chocolate bar, or you can get yourself some THC droplets. You can get yourself some flour pre-rolled. And if you're here on Long Island, it is delivered next day to your front door. And you can also save yourself an additional 10% off when you use code Welshcare, WELSHCARE, Welshcare at checkout, and that'll save you 10% off your order. We're living in a whole new era, guys. We're living in the era where you can actually get the greens delivered to your front door the night the night after your order. Especially if you're on Long Island, we ship to everywhere else. So if you're over up in Canada, if you're down in Mexico, or if you're down, across the United States, by all means, we will still ship to you, but it won't be the next day. It's not gonna be at your front door. But by all means, if you're on Long Island, I encourage you go to cannabolics.org/Welshcare. Use code Welshcare for 10% off. And let's get back to the episode with Vizo. You ate and you showered. You got something done at least. Very minimal. Maybe could we throw in a couple of push-ups? I mean, yes, I would definitely not throw in it. I would definitely not, throw that away. But at the same time, I can completely understand, and I can also completely relate if you are just somebody who really needs that full-on break. And a break is okay. There are some individuals out there, Tom, if you're watching, I know exactly you know exactly who I'm talking about here. Yourself, you're fucking mad, man. There are some individuals who literally who don't take a single day off with anything. That's a very select few individuals. You don't compare yourself to them, though. You compare yourself to your best self. If you know for a fact that you could be putting in more work and you could be doing a little bit more, hold yourself to that accountable. Hold yourself accountable and hold yourself to that standard at least of just getting that shit done. Because at the end of the fucking day, hold on. When it comes down to certain things, the only person who's going to be holding yourself back from is going to be holding you back. I literally just gave away the fucking answer. The only person who's going to be holding you back is yourself at the end of the day with certain things. Like, yes, we are dealt with so much trauma while we grow up. And yes, we are dealt with so much different misinformation and all these other things that we were misled growing up. And improper emotions, how to just, just say, fuck it, man up, and just move on to the next thing. Embracing yourself and holding yourself to that standard. Hold yourself to a standard where you can see is realistic, that for a fact you can at least achieve that goal, but make it challenging at least. Even if it's just getting the push-ups done. get 10 push-ups in. And then if those 10 push-ups start to feel easier, make it 20. If that walk is starting to feel a little easier, make it a run. If that hike is feeling a little bit more challenging, get a little sack and add some weight. There's always a way to make things that are starting to feel easier, challenging, so that this way you are continuously growing. And that's where that's something I feel that a lot of people don't fully understand with accountability. And accountability is also something when it comes down, it is something where you can't just stay comfortable in the one spot where you grew to. Growth is continuous. And holding yourself accountable is also meaning that you are holding yourself accountable to reach the next goal. And then once you achieve that goal, you're on to the next one. It's never being satisfied, because once you are satisfied is when you start to really lose all the true value that this life brings us. And is the value of reaching out, opportunity, being human, making mistakes, learning from the mistakes, turning those lessons into blessings, and then repeating that same process. I ran on a lot of tangents on this one, but I will say first off that what the I hate the way sometimes I don't like the way I'm gonna work on some of the ways I talk. I don't hate the way I talk, because I appreciate my voice, but I will work on some of my transitions into different sentences, because I find myself repeating a lot of the same things, and also starting off with like how I would introduce the video. So on that note, be more accountable. Do the little things. Hold yourself to a standard, and don't forget to love yourself. Don't forget to take the time to actually appreciate your process, and don't forget the time to just appreciate you. If you are putting the work in, if you are making the steps towards your growth, even if it's something as small as getting out of the house, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Genuinely, I am proud of you. So with that being said, this has been Welshcare. No, I don't know exactly I'm going to exit this video or anything, but yeah, hold yourself accountable. Stop being not soft. Stop waiting and actually start pushing yourself to. What other motivational cheesy shit could I end this on? I don't know. But basically, be yourself. Be accountable. Stay consistent. Get to that discipline level. Never leave. Yeah, I think I'm going to end on that. All right, guys. Take care.